in this tutorial, we're going to cover Liquid Phase 3, and I'm probably gonna die. So, bear with me. The important things to cover from the get-go here are, and this phase is also really technical, so I'm actually probably going to explain most of it now. Any cutscenes that you didn't trigger from before, such as the Snake's kick, Snake's super punch, or Snake's body blow, all have a first-time cutscene here, if you did not use them in Phase 2. Which is just something to note if you accidentally kick or if you're going for the super punch, the strong punch method. Simul punches are also still here. They're pretty rare though. It's pretty difficult to actually get one. It's also difficult to land a kick here, so you're probably not gonna see either of those, but they are both possibilities that you need to be prepared for. So the thing about Liquid here is he is always going to start with his hands closed. And his hands being closed, like you see right now, is very important. Also, I don't know what fight this is paying homage to. It's not the boss, as far as I can tell. Anyway, that's pretty irrelevant. So with his hands closed, he's gonna do one of two things. He's either going to start with a 1-2, or he's going to be guarding. If he 1-2s you and you get hit by the 2, if you just stand there, you're gonna take a headbutt. And if you've played this game on TVE casually, you probably know full well the joys of headbutts. They're probably gonna feel completely random to you, but they're actually not. They're pretty easy to manipulate, as long as you are reacting. So, standing in front of him after taking a 2 is going to bait the headbutt out. If you instead dodge backwards or to the side, also dodging backwards after his 2 is not always easy. It's like the game will eat your back dodge button, which will let him get a almost free headbutt in. Just a note. So you want to dodge to the side, which will bait out, or you want to dodge into the screen, not just the side, because it will actually bait out a right jab, and then dodge backwards. Because if he right jabs, he'll 1-2 again. He could headbutt, but he usually doesn't do that. I apologize for all this coughing. Too much talking. The other thing to note is when he has his hands up like this, you can super punch. I know his hands were open, but I'm just giving you an idea. You can take these super punches there, and you can break his guard. And you can do that pretty much no matter what he's doing. In fact, super punches are actually the easiest way to fight him. You're gonna to get into the nitty-gritty here a bit early is you're gonna want to do a super punch, a strong punch ledge trap. That's gonna be the best, fastest, most efficient way to do it if you don't get good luck. But I'll get into that. So after his closed hand phase, if you knock him down, if he gets hit, if you lose an infinite, any of these things, and bear in mind, if you try to go for the infinite at the start where his hands are closed, he will block it all. because he essentially has infinite duration block. It requires you do something special to break his block, which causes him to change phase in turn. So, after you deal with the closed hands, he's gonna go open hands. And what open hands does, we'll see if he does open hands right now, and I'll show you. He does not. Closed hands are really scary, and I do not want to die here. Alright, so I'm gonna break that and see if he'll go open hands on me. So what open hands is... Oh, he doesn't want to do it. There it is. So I went for a punch, and he punished me. Open hands is his CQC phase. If you attack him from too close with his... Oh, don't kill me. So, because I was ledge trapped, he got that on me. If you attack him from too close when his hands are open, he will CQC you. He has two moves. He'll either throw you on the ground or he'll put you in a chokehold. If he throws you on the ground, simply dodge to the side, call it a day. You don't need to worry about it. If he puts you in a chokehold like this, oh, we actually got the good one. He can either put you in a chokehold or do that. But if he does that, oh, I need to get out of this. Alright, I want to show you something here. If he does that, simply break free of it, and then if it kills you, you can let him kiss you. That's fine. Alternatively, throw him on the ground. Do not take the R1 follow-up. It's very slow, and it does almost no damage. So you do not want to take that no matter how much you have an urge to do it. The other thing about open hands is, so when his hands are open, if you strong punch from a distance, it will knock him down, which is important because it breaks this stage. And that's probably the best way to do it. But another thing is, if you go for a CQC on him, oh, he's being mean. With his hands are open, you'll trigger a cutscene where you two do opposing CQCs. And this is kind of like simultaneous punch. It's just simul CQC. It's every time you do it, it's gonna happen. There's no like minimum or maximum times. It will go on non-stop as long as you're getting it. And let's see if there's anything else really to talk about here. We talked about how he starts with closed and he moves to open. Oh, when it comes to... Okay, yeah. And now we're talking about combat. So he'll continually cycle between closed hands and open hands. Sometimes you'll see two in a row, but usually you don't see more than that. As long as you stay away from him and strong punch accordingly, you're gonna be fine. The important thing here about headbutts, one thing I forgot to mention is he can actually potentially headbutt you infinitely. I think I've seen 4 times in a row, because the way it works is if he headbutts you, you're actually still in range for another headbutt if he wants to. So you really want to avoid them. You're very rarely going to see that many in a row, but it's something to consider and just watch out for. And then I stated earlier that you want to punish these guys, or punish Liquid whenever he dashes. So, and there was his hook, or his jab that I was telling you about. So I'm going to see if I can get Liquid to dash to me without being a scaredy cat. Yeah, I'm really close to dead, so I'm kind of scared. If he does a dash, that actually opens him up for the infinite. And you can immediately start an infinite on him. Oh god. See if he'll do it. Oh, I'll show you this. Okay, or not. I can't get anything to work right here. But yeah, if he dashes into you like that, that's an infinite right there. Do not take this triangle prompt. If you take the triangle prompt, you will lose your infinite and you'll drop it. So before I phase him, because I didn't expect to, the last thing I want to say is, if he is guarding, remember to super punch through the guard. There's not really any other way around it, and getting close to him is dangerous. If his hands are open, you want to super punch to get him out of that. And you want to try to bait him into dashing or ledge trap him with strong punches. Both of them are effective methods. And as long as you triggered the strong punch cutscenes for both the 1 and the 2, you'll be able to very easily do it. And then the gate, the HP gate for him, as you saw there, was about the E in Ocelot, maybe just before the E, between the E and the L. But yeah, that is Phase 3 in a nutshell. That's pretty much everything. So the next one's going to be Phase 4.